Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn with Daldaroc. In today's episode, I will be showing you how to create your own custom chocolate wrapper, specifically for the 80 grams chocolate bar. I will show you how to measure your chocolate bar, as well as show you how to create this design in Canva, and I will show you how to place your chocolate bar in the perfect position so that it looks like this. And we'll finish off with how I crimp my chocolate bar. I'm going to show you how to create your custom wrapper in Canva, and this is yet again specifically for the 80-gram chocolate slab. Okay, so we're going to click on custom size, and we're going to click 19 centimeters. Make sure you change your units, so it should be 19 centimeters by 18 centimeters. Now if you want to have more of a crimping edge on the side, then I suggest adding maybe 2 or 3 extra centimeters to your dimensions if you want an additional crimp. But I feel I'm quite happy with this design and the way it is crimped on the side. So we're going to click on create new design. Okay, now we're going to click on file, click on settings, and we're going to click on show rulers and guides. Okay, we can see that 18 centimeters is on the top and 19 centimeters is at the bottom. So the first thing you need to do is create the back of your chocolate wrapper. So if you look at the back of your chocolate wrapper, let's measure how many centimeters that is. This is about 5.5 centimeters. Okay, so now we're going to take your ruler from the top and we're going to go to 5.5 centimeters. Okay, then we need to measure the side of it. Okay, so the side of it is about 1 centimeter. So we're going to take the ruler again and we're going to do 1 centimeter. And for this purpose, I will just label it so you understand. So I'm going to say this is the back. Side. Okay, now we're going to design the front. The front of this is 5 centimeters. Okay, but you can use 5 or 6 centimeters to design the front, but I will use 5 centimeters for this demonstration. So I just need to add 5 centimeters, which will come to 11.5. And this would be the front. You can adjust it to be 6 centimeters. I think it will be better. So let's do 12.5. Okay, now we need to create the side. Remember we said the side is 1 centimeter. So let's create the side. Now this bottom part here is just extra, so it gives you leeway. You don't have to use this dimensions as is, but I prefer to have just a little bit extra paper to make sure the folds and everything comes right. Okay, so once you're more comfortable with your design and your chocolate wrapper, then you can start to reduce the size or whatever you would prefer. Okay, okay, so now that we have the back, the side, the front, and the side, Now let's go and design your chocolate wrapper. Okay, so we'll duplicate this page. Let's remove this wording. You can always go back to your first template to remember what needs to go where. So let's create. Now this is your time to be creative and to create according to your design, but you can watch me create as we create the wrapper. I'm just copying this from the previous design to show you the exact way I did it. Now I like to put some elements on the side, and you'll see in the picture, you'll see some of my elements go on the side here as well. And yeah, I think it looks better, and it also, depending on how you fold it, does also go at the back. So I like to put some elements like that. So I'm going to duplicate. See. So if you find that when you're working with on Canva and the rulers and lines keep moving, you can always go to File and you can go to Settings and you can disable that, and then you can continue with your design. So it sometimes can be a bit irritating, but yeah, let's keep it on for now. Okay, and this is my wording. If you want to get this wording, this is the text type. It is on Canva Pro. Yeah, but there is other options where you do not necessarily have to use the same wording. There's better options. A nice thing that I like is when you go to text and you come to the bottom, and you'll see there's actually pre-populated templates with nice wording. There are some free and there are paid versions, so you can just play around and see what would work best with your design. Okay, so what I wanted to didn't mention in the beginning, to make it easier for you, you can put a line here to say 1 centimeters or 2 centimeters, depending on the dimensions you use. And remember, in the beginning, I told you that if you want a more of a crimped effect finish look, then you need to change your dimensions to make it longer before you start with your customization. Okay, so in this case, let's just leave 1 centimeter out. So then this means that you can see that this balloon is actually overlapping into this this line here. So that means that when you crimp, there's a possibility that your design will be part of the crimping area. So you can just use this as a guide to downscale. Okay. And then I like to create a back color. So let's put a color in the background. You can search for a color, and then you can just crop it and you can insert it in your blocks. Okay. Next I want to put a barcode. I think a barcode really helps your chocolate to stand out. So we can just go to Elements and search for barcode. Okay, so now because you're going to be folding the back of this, you need to flip your images around. Okay, so it looks right when you are reading it, but you don't necessarily have to. It's up to you and your preference, because if you look at this, right, this is the front. When you flip it, it's reading the right way. But if you do not flip it, your barcode will be on the top side and it wouldn't actually look nice. Okay, so I suggest flipping it. So this is the finished design. I will now show you how to fold and to crimp your custom chocolate wrapper. Step is for us to tape the chocolate bar. I prefer using clear tape. And then we're going to wrap it. Now it's very important first to see where your design is. So if you look at this, your design needs to be center. If you put your chocolate bar there and you start folding, your design is going to be an issue, okay? So it's so important for you to space out your chocolate bar in a specific place. Now you can see that you actually can go a little less with your measurements, but I prefer to make it a little bit longer. Once you have your chocolate in place, you can now remove the sticker paper, or you can make use of your glue or double-sided tape. Whatever your preference is, I recommend not removing the whole sticker paper, just because it allows you to have more control when folding, and if you ever have to move your chocolate in the right position, you're able to do so much more easier than when your whole backing of your sticker paper is removed. Once the edges of your chocolate has been sealed, you can now use your crimping machine to crimp, or you could leave your chocolate as is depending on your desired outcome. You can also make use of the zigzag scissors to give it a finished look, but if you do not have one, you can leave your chocolate bar to look as is. If you found this video helpful, or if you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to leave a comment in the comment box. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so that you could see more of my creations in the future. Thanks for watching.